As we age, our biggest enemy is not fat gain. It's loss of power. Power is the ability to produce force quickly. When power declines, stairs feel harder, lifting feels risky, fatigue sets in faster, injuries become more likely. Kettlebell swings train power safely because the force comes from the hips, not the spine. That's why people often say, my body feels younger again. Not because they look different, but because they move better. There's another underrated benefit: grip strength. Now, grip strength is one of the strongest predictors of overall health and longevity. Every kettlebell swing challenges your grip dynamically, not static holding, but resisting movement. At the same time, your core is constantly bracing to prevent your spine from overextending at the top of the swing. This is not a six-pack exercise. This is a spinal protection training. Your abs learn to do their real job, not bending the spine, but resisting unwanted movement. Kettlebell swings are not a shoulder exercise, but they are excellent for shoulder stability. At the top of the swing, your shoulders must control the kettlebell, not lift it. This strengthens the deep stabilizers that protect shoulder joint without grinding or compression. That's why people often notice fewer shoulder aches when swings are done properly. Now let's address the biggest mistake. This is critical. The kettlebell swing is not a squat. If you squat the swing, knees bend too much, hips don't load, arms take over, back takes stress. The swing is a hip hinge. Think of closing a car door with your hips while your hands are full. That backward hip movement is the foundation. Now, before you do even a single kettlebell swing, there is one step you should never skip: preparation. Not random stretching, not treadmill walking, and definitely not exhausting yourself before the workout. For kettlebell swings, your body only needs three things ready: your spine, your glutes, and your core. That's it. If these three are switched on, swings feel powerful and safe. If they are not, your lower back ends up doing the work. Here's the exact 3-minute warm-up I recommend before kettlebell swings. Number 1, cat-cow. Get on all fours, slowly round your back, then slowly arch it. This is not about stretching hard. It's about restoring movement and finding a neutral spine. Do 5 slow, controlled reps. By the end, your back should feel more mobile, not tired. Number 2, glute bridge. Lie on your back, feet flat on the floor, knees bent, lift your hips and squeeze your glutes. Hold for 2 seconds at the top, lower slowly, do 10 repetitions. This step is crucial. Strong glutes protect your lower back during kettlebell swing. If glutes are asleep, the spine takes the load. Number 3, bird dog. Go back to all fours, brace your core gently. Now lift only one leg, keeping your hips level. Don't lift the arm, don't twist. The goal is stability, not height. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds, then switch side. Do 5 repetitions per side. This teaches your core to stabilize the spine while the hip moves. Exactly what happens during a kettlebell swing. This entire sequence takes under 3 minutes, but it wakes up the spine, activates the glutes, teaches the core to protect your back. Once this is done, kettlebell swings feel smoother, stronger, and much safer. You don't need more exercises. You need the right exercises. Now that your body is prepared, let's talk about the right way to progress into kettlebell swing, especially if you have had back pain or stiffness before. Here's the breakdown. Start with kettlebell on the floor in front of you. Hinge at your hips, push your hips back, keep your spine neutral, chest open, shoulders relaxed. Grab the kettlebell with both hands, hike it back between your legs like snapping a football. This loads your glutes and hamstrings like a spring. Now explode. Drive your hips forward forcefully. Squeeze your glutes hard. Let the kettlebell float forward naturally. Your arms are just hooks. They do not lift. At the top, body forms a straight line, abs tight, glutes tight, no leaning back. Then let the bell fall. As it drops, hinge again and absorb the force with your hip. This rhythm, load, explode, relax, is what makes the swing powerful and safe. Now, if you want a back pain safe progression, this is exactly how I introduce kettlebell swings to clients who have back sensitivity. Step number 1, wall hip hinge. Stand about 1 foot away from a wall, feet shoulder width apart, hands on your hip. Now push your hips back until your glutes touch the wall. That's it. No rounding the back, no squatting down. You should feel tension in the glutes and hamstrings, not pressure in the spine. Do 2 to 3 sets of 10 slow repetitions. If you can't hinge pain-free here, you are not ready to swing yet, and that's completely fine. Step number 2, dead stop kettlebell hinge. Place the kettlebell on the floor, hinge down, grip the bell, brace your core, lift it just to stand, pause, lower it back down under control. No momentum, and this teaches hip power and spine control safely. Do 3 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions. When this feels solid, you move on. Step number 3, reduced range swing. Now we introduce the swing, but with limits. Swing the kettlebell only up to chest height. No overswinging, no leaning back. Finish tall, ribs down, glutes tight. Keep reps low, 8 to 10 repetition per set, 2 to 3 sets. Only progress when your back feels stronger after, not irritated. Now, how to program kettlebell swing? If you are new, start light. Form matters more than weight. A simple beginner protocol: set a timer for 10 minutes. Every minute, perform 10 to 15 swings. Rest for the remainder of the minute. This builds strength, conditioning, fat burning capacity without exhausting your nervous system. You can do this 2 to 3 times per week. Now, why this one movement changes everything? Kettlebell swings reconnect your body, they restore hip power, they protect your spine, they improve conditioning, and they build usable strength, not gym strength, life strength. The ability to move confidently, lift safely, and feel capable again. Now, if you have been training but still feel stiff, tired, or fragile, it's not because you are doing too little. It's usually because your body forgot how to move as one unit. Kettlebell swings fix that when done correctly. And if you are a busy professional who wants structured, safe, science-based training, I break this down step by step inside my program. If you are serious, you can watch the short training video on my website chimpanzee.com to understand how it works. Only apply if you are committed. Stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.